What's going on, y'all? It's Liam Crowley with Screen Rant. We're here at South by Southwest, and I am here with Python Hunt. Xander, thanks so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
Excited to be here. Excited to talk about this documentary. You have a personal connection to this film. Grew up in Florida. Can you kind of tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah. I, love reptiles and amphibians. So I was interested in this story for other reasons. There's a competition where people could come and catch pythons, where a bunch of amateurs could come and join the competition. I joined the competition to see if there was even a story there. And after meeting a few of the people, I realized the snakes are not the most interesting thing about this. It's the people.
Reminds me of like the Walking Dead pitch of like, it's not a show about zombies, it's a show about the people and their reaction to it. And I was reading too that you, like where you were growing up, snakes like just roaming around was no different from like rats in New York City.
Yeah, iguanas are basically the rats of Florida.
That's crazy. That's second nature to you.
Yes, and people, it's now legal to just, shoot them with your air rifle. Like I could be walking up into my building and someone's just shooting an iguana next to my feet. So,
wow. Okay, this is going to take people on quite the journey for sure. This was Lance Oppenheim's idea originally, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so I normally make narrative movies.
Yeah.
And I was trying to make a movie about the reptile smuggling world of South Florida, like the exotic pet trade. And he approached me and was like, I would really want to make a movie about the python competition, but I think you should direct it. It wouldn't make sense for me to direct it because Lance is afraid of snakes. And, but he thought...
was that the reason?
And he's he's a serial documentarian. Makes like five, he had like 5 projects he was trying to make. And then, so I I joined the competition after he sort of encouraged me. And then I was like, okay, let's do this.
Yeah, so I feel like you kind of answered my next question there because Lance was originally thinking about making the film himself, being the director.
It was one of his like 5 ideas was like python competition. It's like, people they go into a meeting and they have 5 different ideas. They're like, yeah, maybe python hunting competition, maybe this, maybe that. And I heard about it. I was like, I'm the reptile guy. Come on, and he's like, no, I think you should do it. It would make more sense for you to do it. And then, like I said, I joined the competition, filmed people I filmed 6 days of the competition, met a bunch of people, and we put that together and made a pitch, and we were able to film the competition the following year with like a huge crew, like multiple units for the full 10 nights.
Wow. Something also really cool about how you were able to put this film together is it's so accessible to all audiences in the sense that like there's clearly a subject matter here that like diehard fans or people who are from the area will understand, but the general audience will still be able to intake this.
Yeah. Well, I lived outside of Florida for a long time, and I'm always wary of doing something that feels too like regional, too like micro. We wanted to make sure everyone could understand what's going on, especially in the first act of the movie. And then we started to zero in on the specificity of everything. But, leaning into character is a way to make things universal versus, just being like, it's hard to know if the rest of the world will care about the pythons, but I think people can relate to the idea of like, hysteria and people fear mongering, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the snakes.
They're eating the snakes is a new one. I haven't heard that one before. We'll wrap with this one. Audiences are going to watch this film and they're going to learn a lot. You mentioned obviously it's accessible to everyone, but they're going to learn about a very specific thing that happens in Florida pretty regularly. Yeah. What do you hope people take away from this project?
I hope people come out changed.
Okay.
In their own way.
Changed in a good way.
In a good way, yeah.
And maybe want to enter a python hunt competition one day.
I hope it's like Saturday Night Fever for disco, but we do it for python hunting. Python hunting is like, it's in, it's out, it's in, it's out. And we want it to be the last hurrah where it gets really, really big. And, thousands of people come and become python hunters. And then we finally get rid of all the pythons and then that's it.
Wow. So looks like we could be changing the world.
We'll see.
We'll see. Xander, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.